outwards. Hey everyone. Okay, today we're gonna do these. We are gonna cut them here somewhere and extend them up. So I got it sitting here, but kind of running into a little bit of discrepancies. So I'm gonna have to do some more modifications. As you see, these are fully adjusted outwards and they're barely in line with the socket ends. So it tells me that these smaller manifolds stick out further. And you can see I can almost get 2 fingers in between the shroud. And on the dune buggy, it's a lot closer. So the new ones must, or the taller ones, they must go up a bit more. So with that, I might put them on a slight angle and then run a small gusset underneath just to push it in a touch. So a small gusset could go from here down to here, but on a slight angle and pointing in. So on a slight angle, we're talking maybe 1/2 inch inwards on each side, because I am 1 inch without. It's about 1/2 inch here and about 1/2 inch here. So if I do that, I can bend them in a bit and then back up a bit, and then I'll extend them upwards in the bend. But right now, I think we're just gonna measure and see what I can do. So we're gonna measure from the center of this hole up to here. And also I'm gonna go to my motor, and I'm gonna measure from like the block area, the most common spot, somewhere like the block, up to the Z-bar, the bottom of the Z-bar. So then I know exactly where I need to be. So I guess we can get that started. See, I'm already on top dead center. So, but anyways, let's get on this up to there. All right, let's do this. Thanks. See you on the next one. Bye. Hey everyone, just showing you, it's not set. I'm just showing you the size, what I've done already, right? I'm gonna slightly pitch this forward a little bit. Oh man, that magnet's strong. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some blocking underneath here just to lean it forward so that it matches up. I'll weld that bottom one nice and straight, right? And then I'm gonna slightly lean back this top one. I'm gonna grind, I've already ground it down, so it's pretty square. I got a little carried away at that corner, but that's okay. I still haven't ground that one yet. So I'm gonna make that one fit nicely. As you can see, I cut it off, giving myself some space here. And this is 1 1/4 inch spacer. I've cut 2 of them exactly the same. Here's my other, there's my other one right there. So there's the exact same one. As you can see, they're exactly the same, right? All it is just a piece of angle iron cleaned up, right? Just to put in there. And I slightly lean this one forward about 1 inch from the top out, right? So that I have my pitch, my inwards, right? I should be able to play with it. I might take this one and put a little bend in here. I don't know yet, but that's the progress what I'm at so far. And I got it bolted down in 1 bolt. You can see everything's lined up, right? So, and the bar fits nicely across it, right? It goes in there, and there's a bunch of stuff you got to cover underneath it, but I test fit it. It looks good. So let's continue. All right, I'll show you what I'm doing with this one. So I've already got a little bit of a bend. I just put it in the vise between here and here, and I just close it up a little bit. So there's my line. I measured from this edge up. It's exactly the same as that one. So I have no discrepancies in height. So I'm gonna cut this off as straight as I can, then grind it down. And we'll put the next piece on. So you can see it's slightly leaned forward, just like the other one is, slightly leaned forward. So we are gonna cut. All right, let's do this cut. Okay, I've cut it. You can see I cut it nice and straight. If you're wondering how I cut it, I use good old hacksaw. Much more control, and I can get a nice straight cut. As you can see, I mean, look at that white yellow line. I just ran on the outside of it. So, and it's pretty good fit. Yep. So, yeah. This is where I'm at now. So, let's see what we can get into for this next one. It's basically put the other piece in on the carburetor, get a bolt, hold it down, and get my other magnet, which right here. My bench is a mess with parts. All the extra parts, I gotta paint them still. I mean, oh my goodness. But that's okay. I got the welder out. So, there's the magnet. You can see it needs to be cleaned. I'll clean that off. I wouldn't even put that mirror motor right now. So, yeah. So next, let's get that on. Thanks. All right, guys. I have them set there. As you can see, they're just sitting there. So it's bolted here. It's sitting inside there. It's just sitting on the outside because I don't want to push it inside the collar. It's bolted there. And we have lots of clearance down here. As you can see, I got a full finger clearance under here. So that's a good setup. I like it. You know, now it's the fun part of welding it all in. You can see over here, it's a little bit of a gap still. You know, things are still not quite set where they need to be, but I still have the room to play with. Like, I can pull it down a little bit more if I want. But in general, all of them fit nice. There's a little bit off in the center, but that's okay. I can deal with that. So I'll weld these on and see what we're sitting at now. All right, thanks, bye. All right, so I got one done. As you can see, I just got to do a little touch up here. That's it. It's just a little burr open. I didn't want to melt the edges yet. This one here is good. That one's good. And this one, I just have it tacked into place right there. This one I welded in full because it's just a straight edge, right? So this one is in there. And then if you center this up a bit, there. Because there's a piece of plastic what goes in there for the washer almost. So that's how much room I have on this side. And if I push that in, I dropped it. That's what happened there. But it ain't gonna affect it. It's just a lip. I still can't push it into it. So it's still got the inner lip for it. Hey, things happen. So I'm not too worried about it. So it looks good. I mean, you can see that one looks good. So now it's time to weld this one. As you can see on the back, it's pretty smooth. Yep. Yeah, I even tapered the grind a little bit so it's right there. But again, these are what you got to do to modify. It makes it that much more better for you because you're putting your own custom touch to things, right? So let's see what it looks like when I'm done. See you in the next one. All right, so I got them all done. Look at that. That looks pretty good. You know, the backside. Wait, where's the backside? There it is. So, you know, they both look good. I don't see any problems. Just doing some extra while the paint's drying. So this is the hex bar, what goes on it. It comes just like that. You see it's not polished. So if you take 3 seconds, you can polish it. It actually looks pretty good. Let's see if I can get it in focus. There we go. You see? Just a couple seconds on the buffing wheel. Right? let's see if I can start it. Don't know what this is gonna sound like, okay? So whoop. There we go. You see? Not very good, but in my hand anyways, because I'm only doing it with one hand. But give me a few minutes and I'll have this whole thing buffed up. All right. Hey everyone, here we go. We're done. You can see I modified it. It looks great. It works. It's functional. Hang on. See, they're full open. Let's see, there we go. So that's good. Let's see if we can get this one to see. There we go. So it looks good. There's lots of clearance here, so I can run a wire if I need to. You know, I'm not worried about here. I'm not worried about here. It's a little tight here. It's almost touching. So when things warm up, I might have to put like a little support up in here, something like a tie, like one of these cables, one of these securement cables. What else? Oh, and I did notice I can't take my oil filter off. See, it stops. So that's a problem I'm gonna have to address. I can just about get it off, but I don't want to wreck it. So still got some clearance, but not enough to get it off. That's the if that's the least of my problems, I'm not worried about it. So anyways, it's in, it's on, it looks great, and it's workable. There we go. Looks great. Well, that's today's project complete. And I guess we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. And take care. Like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.